Hello everyone and welcome to Ace Studios. Today I'm going to be talking about the differences between free art and commissioned art. First, let's talk about free art, or more oftenly known as requests. To define requests, it is a noun, an act of asking politely or formally for something, or a verb politely or formally asked for. Basically, telling an artist, hey, could you draw me this? And the artist saying either yes or no. And if you are getting this art, you're obviously not paying the artist anything, and the artist is freely drawing something for you. In my experience, I've seen two different ways of people taking requests. Sometimes artists will post on a story or on a platform that, hey, I am taking requests, send in requests, and I will do a few of them that I choose. The second way of doing it is similar, but there's only a specific amount of people that will get their art drawn, and it's more of a first come, first served basis. After that, requests can be closed until the artist finishes or decides to open them again. If I was requested to draw a piece for free from this reference image that I'm using on screen now, this is kind of how I would do it. In total, this first piece only took me about an hour to complete, though it is fully lined, fully colored, and has shading and highlights. In this case, it is a full completed piece. It's not a sketch, it's not a flat color piece, it's not just line work, it is a full colored piece. And I do this to compare it to when I am showing you my commissioned piece. I was neither requested nor commissioned to do this video. I just thought it would be interesting for non-artists to see the difference in the quality of artwork and the time that it takes to do the artwork. So this is the first piece. This is my request piece. The time I took about an hour to finish it, and then we move on to the commission piece. To first define commission. Noun. An instruction, command, or duty given to a person or a group of people. In this case, it is a fan or a follower of an artist that is giving money to an artist for you to get a drawn piece in return. Usually, commission rates are charged by the hour, though it does depend on the artist. Usually, an artist will have a commission sheet that outlines the different layers or levels of a commission that you can get. The most common commissions I see are character commissions. Usually an artist will have a spreadsheet or a layout of some sort that defines the different prices for different levels of a commission. For characters in particular, usually it's divided into a headshot, a bust shot, which is waist and up, and then a full body shot. Then it is further subdivided into a sketch commission, a lines commission, or a colored commission. Sometimes shaded, sometimes not. It all depends on what the artist is used to doing. And before you go to an artist and complain that they charge too much for their commissions, think about why they're taking commissions and why they do commissions. Just because an artist is asking for money for their art does not mean they are a sellout. It means they are making a living off of their art. If you don't know how to make a logo, if you don't know how to draw, you're going to want to get an artist who knows what they're doing. And you are not only paying for the knowledge that the artist has, but you are paying for their style, their skill, and their time. Just like you might pay a dealership to make you a car, you are paying an artist to make you a piece of art. And depending on the skill level of the artist will charge more for their pieces. To continue with my car metaphor, you could get a 6-year-old to make you a car, or you could get someone who actually knows how to make a car to make a car. So let's get back to what's happening on screen now. As you may have noticed, the image that I used was exactly the same for both pieces, but this piece is turning out significantly different. Not only did it take 4 times the time that it took to draw the request art, but it's significantly more detailed and in-depth than the request art. There probably has never been a circumstance for a non-artist to see the difference between a request work and a commission work of the same exact thing. Especially if it's made for two different people, the artist will definitely want to change it up so it doesn't look like they're copying the same thing. And it's not only to get more money that an artist might take a longer time to draw a commission. For something that we are putting money on the line for, we want the commissioner to be happy with what they're getting. Though if someone had commissioned this and I drew it like I did for the request, I feel like people might still be happy with the result. The only problem comes is when I draw this second image and it looks so much more detailed and people would be like, well, why didn't you draw me like that? And so that's what I'm getting at here. Request art can look vastly different than commission art just simply because you are paying the artist to do a good job. And I wasn't intentionally doing a bad job on the request piece that I did. I was taking my time and I was doing it in a specific way that I feel would work for someone who wasn't paying me money to draw for them. So in summary, commissioning an artist is not only good for the artist, but will get you a very detailed, very well done full piece. So to summarize everything that I've said, commissions are paying an artist for their time and their skill set to get an art piece that is very detailed and very eloquent. On the other hand, requesting art is a way of getting a free artwork from an artist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it could be anything more than a sketch of what you asked for, and doesn't have to be a full, very detailed, very finished piece, unless the artist chooses to do so. So, if you want something very specific done for you and you find an artist that style you love and you think that they will do a great job in drawing for you, commission them. The money is definitely worth it. I've commissioned artists in the past and I am very, very proud of what I've gotten from the artists. Even if you can't pay for a full-blown finished piece, even getting a sketch commission from an artist that you admire is a really good way of helping support them. Artists aren't sellouts, and even though we are getting money for our work, we're not trying to steal money from you. We are trying to make a stable living in a job that is completely unstable, especially if it's a freelance job. If the artist doesn't have a 9-to-5 job and their 9-to-5 job is creating artwork to sell online, they are not trying to steal money from you, they are trying to make a living. And that's why some people don't take requests, and as non-artists, and even as artists, we should respect those decisions. And that about wraps up today's video. I know it's a little bit different. I've never seen one of these videos on YouTube before, talking about the difference between commissions and free art. I really think it's important to talk about these kind of things so artists and non-artists can see the difference and know the difference so that they're not being rude to artists that they really admire. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for more arty videos I post every single week, and comment what else you'd like to see on my channel. That's all I have for today, so I'll see you guys next week.